The ballroom glowed with soft amber light and the hum of polite laughter. Crystal chandeliers scattered gold across the guests, and the string quartet played something expensive and forgettable. Every detail screamed wealth and perfection. Every person smiled because they were supposed to. At the center of it all stood Jonathan Vail, billionaire CEO of Vail Global Industries, the kind of man who thought power made him untouchable. His suit was sharp, his posture straighter than his morals, and his hand never left the shoulder of his wife, Evelyn. Evelyn was radiant in a long silver gown, her hand resting protectively on her small baby bump. But behind her soft smile was exhaustion, the kind that didn't come from pregnancy alone. Her eyes, though beautiful, were tired and cautious. Every movement seemed measured, rehearsed, as if she was trying to avoid invisible landmines. When the cameras turned her way, Jonathan's grip would tighten, a subtle reminder that she belonged to his image. No one said a word. Not the executives, not the reporters, not the waiters who had seen things they wished they hadn't. Everyone in that room depended on Jonathan Vail for something: money, status, opportunity, and no one dared to cross him. Then the doors opened. 5 figures stepped inside, their boots thudding against marble, cutting through the music like thunder. They weren't in tuxedos. They weren't from this world of glitter and control. They were bikers, rain-soaked and silent, black leather jackets marked with the emblem Iron Saints. The room gasped. Security hesitated. For a moment, it was as if 2 different universes had collided, luxury and raw truth staring each other down. Jonathan turned, irritation flashing across his face. "Who the hell let you in here?" The leader stepped forward, tall, built like an oak tree with steel gray eyes that didn't flinch. His name was Ryder Cole, a man who'd spent years helping women escape violent homes after watching his own mother suffer too long in silence. Ryder's voice was calm, but heavy. "We were invited." Jonathan's laugh was sharp. "Invited to my gala? You've got the wrong place." Evelyn's eyes widened, just for a fraction of a second, but it was enough for Ryder to see. Fear, recognition, a silent plea. Ryder didn't move closer, not yet. "We go where we're needed," the guests began whispering. Cameras turned. Someone in the back started recording on their phone. The hum of the room turned electric. Jonathan's mask slipped. "Security," he said through gritted teeth. "Get them out." But none of the guards moved. They looked uneasy. One of them recognized Ryder, the man who'd once pulled a child out of a burning trailer when no one else dared go in. The Iron Saints had a reputation in the city, outlaws to some, heroes to others. Ryder took another step. "We heard your wife hasn't been feeling safe." Jonathan's jaw locked. "That's none of your business." Evelyn's hands trembled slightly at her sides. She tried to speak. "Jonathan, please." But he cut her off with a glare. Ryder saw everything he needed to in that one look. He'd seen it before, the quiet control, the fear disguised as love, the prison built from silence. He turned his head slightly, signaling to the others. 4 bikers spread out, not aggressive but protective, forming a wall between Evelyn and her husband. The crowd started filming openly now. Jonathan's voice rose, trembling between anger and fear. "You're making a mistake."
"Do you know who I am?"
Ryder met his eyes. "We do. You're the man everyone's afraid to stand up to. Until tonight." The string quartet had stopped playing. The silence that followed felt heavier than any music. Jonathan sneered. "You think you're saving her? She's fine. Ask her." He turned to Evelyn, his tone suddenly syrupy. "Tell them, sweetheart. Tell them you're fine." Evelyn opened her mouth, but no words came. Her breath hitched, eyes wet with tears she couldn't hide anymore. That silence said more than anything she could have spoken. Ryder nodded slowly. "That's what I thought." He extended a hand to her, not commanding, not forcing, just waiting. "Ma'am, you don't have to stay here. We'll take you somewhere safe." Jonathan stepped forward, furious. "If you touch her, I'll have you arrested." Ryder didn't even flinch. "You'll have to get through every one of us first." The other bikers stood firm. One of them, a woman named Lena, whose younger sister had once survived something similar, looked at Evelyn softly. "You can go now. You don't owe anyone here another second." Evelyn hesitated. The room was spinning. Everyone watched, some pretending not to, others glued to their phones, live-streaming history. Then she took a deep breath. Shaky, small, but real. "I'm ready." The bikers nodded. Ryder stepped aside to let her move first. Evelyn walked past Jonathan, her heels clicking like thunder on the marble floor. He reached out, desperate to grab her arm, but Ryder caught his wrist mid-air, firm but calm. "Don't." The look in Ryder's eyes wasn't violent. It was final. Jonathan's face turned red, his empire crumbling one glare at a time. "You'll regret this," he hissed. Ryder leaned in just enough for only him to hear. "The only thing I regret is that it took this long." When the bikers and Evelyn reached the door, the crowd broke into whispers. Not of fear anymore, but awe. Security didn't stop them. Even the event photographer lowered his camera, as if realizing he'd just witnessed something bigger than any gala speech. Outside, rain still fell, cool and steady. One biker held out his jacket for Evelyn, wrapping it around her shoulders. She clutched it tight, looking up at the gray sky like she was breathing for the first time in years. Ryder handed her a phone. "You'll be safe tonight. We've got people who can help. Lawyers, shelter, everything." Tears filled her eyes. "Thank you. I thought no one would ever come." Ryder gave a faint smile. "Someone always comes. Sometimes you just have to make enough noise for the right people to hear it." Behind them, the ballroom lights flickered as more guests spilled outside, whispering, filming, spreading the truth. Within hours, the footage would explode across social media. Bikers rescue billionaire's wife from gala. Investigation launched into CEO. By morning, the world knew. The empire of fear was collapsing. And somewhere down the highway, a convoy of engines roared through the dawn. 5 riders and a woman wrapped in borrowed leather, free for the first time in years.